What is up, guys? So just got to the shop. I really wasn't planning on filming a video today. It was just kind of one of those days where you just don't feel like leaving your house, but I got bored. So though we don't have much to do in the garage today and no one's really around, we'll still get some things done today. So a lot of you guys have been missing the boys next door. Yes, I have been missing them too. I've been so bored and lonely by myself, but Drew's still in school, so the past 2 weeks has basically been all about finals. And for you guys that are in school, you know it's the worst 2 weeks ever, but he'll be off at the end of this week, I think, so he'll be down a lot more. But for Jip, he has no excuse. He's just being lazy. Getting used to this whole winter thing has definitely been a hard transition. This is my first year out of school, like ever. I just graduated last semester, so I don't know what to do with myself, honestly. But I just got to the shop and I realized that they don't shovel for us, so I had to go buy a damn shovel. All right, shovel acquired, and I got some foam insulator because the door leaks really, really bad. Go. All right, but while I'm out, I feel like I'm in the mood for a lollipop. Thank you for the lollipops, RJ.
Anytime, my friend.
GM's got the lollipop plug. Come here, Benjo, my son. Hey, buddy. Hey, Dill.
Hey.
Back at the shop, clearly. So as you guys remember from yesterday's video, I did paint the calipers and I was saying something about the Nissan logo, how I want it to pop more. Now, I don't like using paint on the letters. I know for a lot of people it comes out good, but for me, I've never had a lot of luck with it and they never have like a nice edge to it and always looks really, I guess, half-assed. So, and yesterday I was saying there's an issue where if I sand away the letters like I usually like to do, they're iron and it's gonna rust. And I completely forgot about high temp clear coat. I don't know what it is. It's kind of an obvious move, but we're just gonna send it with this. So I'm gonna sand the letters away and we should be all set. So I tried sanding a lot out of it and I still couldn't get past the pitting of the cast. So I think that's about as best I'm gonna get it. I still think it looks great. I'm really happy with it. Like I said, I don't really care for the brush on paint. I don't like the way it usually seats. So let's just clear them so they don't rust because it's iron and then we should be all set with these. The clear actually gave a nice touch to the finish. It has a nice like thick look to it now, almost like a powder coat. I'm happy with it, so now I gotta put them back together. So I cleaned up all the hardware so that's all ready to go in. So let's just throw them together. Easy as that. I was supposed to go to my buddy's garage today and do a whole video there, but never got the text back, so that's not happening. So instead of this video going completely out the window, I figured we'll try something different and do some custom taillights for the Z. So the Z32 taillights from the factory are pretty ugly, at least I think so, because I hate this orange diffuser. Now it's a good looking taillight, but the orange ruins it for me. The JDM taillights, which is on my red Z, these are probably the best looking taillights for the Z, at least I think so. As you can see, it kind of does a red clear and it has a nice pinstripe in it. Holding off on doing the taillights for the black Z for a while now because I haven't had the pinstripe for it. I've been pretty curious about what an all clear taillight would look like on the Z. So I just happen to have an extra Z taillight laying around. So let's give it a shot. So the worst part about doing custom Z-tails is basically separating the lens from the rest of it. There is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs and a shit ton of silicone that basically holds the whole thing together. So we have to heat this up basically to the melting point of the plastic and try and separate this. When the heat gun doesn't cut it, this works pretty well. I swear that sucks just as much every time, but it came off. I was an idiot and forgot the screw that basically went in the back, right here in the middle, holds the reflector in. Now, using the propane heater actually was probably the best thing I've ever done. This takes forever because once you warm up one side, the other side gets cold. I know a lot of people have a lot of luck if they kind of like rest it on the outside of an oven, but this plastic melts very easily. With the heat gun too, you can see you can get like these little burns very, very easily, so be careful. Pain in the ass. So the first step we gotta do is to remove these two diffusers. So you guys are probably curious at what I'm gonna use for the clear stuff. No, I'm not taking color out of the pieces. So what we're using is light diffuser that people use for LED lights. You'll see it on drop ceiling lights and stuff like that. This stuff. You can get it from Lowe's. It's actually pretty cheap. It's easy to find, but it is a pain in the ass to cut. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these two pieces and trace them and cut them. Now this stuff likes to just shatter. It's a pain in the ass. A Dremel with like a nice carbon bit or like a nice diamond bit or something will cut this so easy. But of course I don't have it. So I'm gonna have to cut this really, really crude with an angle grinder and then clean it up. All right, so you can see we cut it to like roughly the same shape. Now I would take like 80 grit sandpaper or something and basically clean the edges up and try to get it to fit a little bit better. Then we're gonna test fit it into the base. All right, it basically just takes a crap ton of trial and error with trimming, cutting, and getting this to fit just to clear all the tabs and stuff. Now they don't have to fit that well because as you can see it has like this black housing and a lot of that covers the edges. So you can kind of rough cut it in and it'll look pretty good. Same with the fitment. So like, as you can see it kind of moves around, but the glue, the silicone right here, all the black, if we heat this stuff up with a heat gun, it's gonna get super sticky again. We'll just stick it to itself. And then the lens will also hold it down. Now, if you guys are doing the JDM taillights, like the one on the Z right here, you could see that there's pin strapping in it. And I think that does look really good. I don't know what it is, but it breaks it up really, really nicely. I don't have it. It's a really weird size. It's like a 1/16 of an inch. So we're gonna try and see what it looks like without it. I'm very curious. This is more of like a trial and error thing than anything. So we're gonna experiment. Take your lens, clean the crap out of the inside. We'll heat the silicone up again so it gets all sticky, and we're just gonna sandwich it on. Not bad, it looks pretty cool. I don't know if I care for having the lines there. The two lines that go across would kind of break it up nicely because it seems a little like, it just seems so open and bare. So I don't know, I kind of like them. This lens had a crap ton of overspray on it for some reason, so I just kind of tried to like hand buff it with some polish. Still could be cleaned up a lot more, but I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Let's put it on the Z and see. Look at this. I've never taken off this carpet before. This car is so freaking clean. It baffles me. Look at it. It has all the factory wood. Look at it. It's so fresh. Look how ugly that spare is. Let's do a little bit of weight reduction. I sure as hell am never gonna use this. And that is what AAA is for. god dang holster. This thing is so freaking clean. This is unreal. It's like brand new from the factory, but like I said, I will never be using this. Yo, what is that? Oh, that's so funny. It's a touch-up paint pen. That's crazy. I'm happy. This is the first random Japanese thing I found in this whole entire car. I was really hoping to find something, but if you guys didn't know, this car was actually bought from a dealership in Japan. It wasn't a private sale, so they kind of, you could tell they cleaned the car out of all its like little odds and ends, but I am actually very, very excited I found something. So I actually had to use the heat gun because this thing is held in by the Japanese goo. Look at it. Oh. Oh, this one's still going. Look at it. There we go. I apologize for the poor lighting, but I know the red clears will look amazing on here, but it's kind of cool to do something different. I'm really feeling it. I might do it. I think once I lower the car and put some like, you know, tasteful stance on it, this will look pretty hot. There you go. That's hot. I really like that. Not bad. All right, so the tails came out great. I'm happy with them. I do want to add the pinstripe though. I think I'll make it look a little bit nicer, but we'll do that later. It's getting pretty late, but I want to get the brakes on tonight because I am dying to see what they look like on the car, even though the car is all apart, but it'll take a second. Though the Z has big calipers, the rotor is still puny. Maybe we'll upgrade to some drilled and slotted rotors down the road, but for now, I love it. Before I leave, I know some of you guys are dying to get an update on the guys next door. Now, like I said earlier in the video, not a lot of them have been around. Our new shopmate Dylan has been in and out doing some few things to his Cressida, but Drew has been busy with finals, Chip's been lazy, and Donna has disappeared. So, here we are. So Dylan's Cressida, he's doing a whole rear end swap, so he got a cleaner rear end, he's putting a dual caliper setup on it. I think he's buying adjustable arms and doing new bushings on it. This thing's gonna be really cool. I don't know what his plans are for drivetrain yet. I know he wants to go 1J, but he was also up in the air. We'll see. Cressidas are cool, but Don's car hasn't changed, neither has Drew's. And as far as the budget hatch goes, ever since we started the build off, I've been so mentally focused on that thing that I just completely forgot about this thing. Now we're still waiting on a few things, mainly a stupid intercooler coupler. Jip ordered it like not that long ago and it finally came in. But since Jip is never down here, I can't get it. But essentially all I have to do is we gotta put the coupler on, gotta put a blow off valve on, make an intake for it, and I have to get power to the chassis. For some reason, the car wasn't getting power before and we kind of just forgot about it. So once that happens, we'll upload the base map and see if this thing runs. For a car that we have such little money into, I'm definitely proud of it. I gotta work on this thing again, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna call it a night, but as you guys know, I just opened up a P.O. box, so I'm planning on basically putting everyone's slaps on my wall in the shop, so I want a whole wall of slaps. So if you, your friends, your group of friends, whatever, have your own, you know, thing of slaps, send them to the P.O. box. I'd love to put them on the wall. That'd be fantastic. And if you want to send some other random fun stuff, we'll do some fun unboxing. So that's it. Night's over. I'll see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good night.